So, this dude is throwing hands in the dark, fighting zombies that won't stop spawning. He figures he's in the nether, and yeah, his avatar is tanky enough, but grinding mobs 24/7 is totally pointless. While slashing ghouls, he screams he's the human king, the MVP, and basically a saint compared to the scrubs. Out of nowhere, a massive red dude pops up. Our guy yells at the hell boss, "Yo, what's your beef with me?" The giant red guy looks unimpressed, while Mr. Hero throws a tantrum about being disrespected. The boss finishes puffing on his smoke, calls the guy a moron, and asks if his brain finally lagged out. He has the guy's search history and knows exactly how OP he thought he was. The thief kid, the killer monk, the warrior king, yada yada. But right here, he's just trash tier. Just a warmonger who torched houses for kicks and decapitated a kid just cause she wouldn't throw down. Sure, he's a king, but he racked up a massive kill count to get that crown, so he needs to shut it. This is his forever nightmare, and he ain't the GM here. No logout until every victim enjoys watching him get wrecked. Until then, he's gonna keep getting shredded on repeat. Dude screams, barely processing his game over. Later, Noming, the Hell King's assistant, claps for the boss's acting skills and scary aura, but snarks that using the same script for 300 years is kinda cringe. It's getting stale, honestly. Noming's bummed though, cause the boss just dropped his retirement news. The newbie, Tilbo, is kinda glitchy, but the boss thinks he's decent enough. Noming argues that everyone's stressed out because of the rookie. The boss shrugs sinners are supposed to have a bad time. That's how they scrub the bad karma off. They pull up to the palace, and Noming mentions that it's finally time to start the respawn process. Boss is low-key nervous but thanks Noming for carrying the team all these years. He won't forget him, even after a hard reset. Noming hopes he actually sticks to that. But when the doors open, Chatterbox Noming freezes. It's a pretty forest? The river should be pure blood, but it's sparkling water. Total vibe shift. Tweeting birds instead of screaming souls. It looks like a glamping resort. Noming goes full rage mode at this mess. Tula was on duty, but that clown is AWOL. The torture pot full of boiling tar is basically just a soup kettle now. It's all just fresh rainwater. Where is that idiot? Noming tells King Yomra to bail since this aesthetic is all wrong. Yomra refuses. He is desperate to respawn. Noming gets mad about the timing, but Yomra thinks he's earned this new life. Bro really grinded for years, but if that loser is missing, no respawn for him. Suddenly, his graphics start glitching while Noming tries to yap at him. His whole vibe just totally crashes. Then Noming snaps him out of it, screaming to dodge the incoming hit. Oof, the holy smackdown still lands. Then Big G himself pulls up with a quest. He wants Yama to go find Tilbo, but bro is not having it. He refuses. It's totally Tobo's fault for ghosting them anyway. Why bother? His shift is officially over, you know? God mumbles something bossy that Yama can't hear but definitely hates. So no respawn cause he's useless? Dude, he's retired, not an intern. Maybe the old guy's memory is totally fried. So if he could just scoot over, that'd be awesome. Yama actually shoves God, who starts shutting the portal to leave. Before it locks, Yama teleports and pries that bad boy open. Fine, he'll go find Tilbo just to get his respawn ticket. But he swears payback is gonna be huge later. He hops through the gate and spawns in the sky above the city. He hits the ground and sees the whole map is literally on fire. Folks run his way, but he spots something nasty creeping from the flames. The dead. Those creeps belong in the basement, not the human server. One grabs a little girl and gets ready for a snack. Yama rushes in instantly and absolutely yeets the guy. The smell of blood is basically everywhere too. They all stare. He asks if they're crazy or just bored of the underworld. Big mistake. Messing up in front of him? Unforgivable. So, the deceased are just ugly mobs that spawn when humans die. Judges usually banish them to the 8 hells to pay for their drama. The souls that actually say sorry after taking their punishment get a new life. That's the standard rulebook. But Yama can't believe they dared to raid the surface. Of course, these NPCs probably can't even understand him. But he'll go old school and smack them into a second death. He keeps wrecking them until a small one shows up, making him rage. He repeatedly mashes the face of the thing into the dirt until dust flies and the other mobs pause in shock. Yama asks if they're done. Guess they only speak the language of pain. Suddenly, something sharp shoots out from the horde of the dead, but Yama dodges it with some serious pro moves. Noming asks if he's good, but Yama is locked on his next opponent. The mobs part ways as he walks out holding a head, grinning like a psycho. Yama senses something totally different about this dude. His aura is weird and he reeks of heavy blood. Seeing his next target, the creep drops his old toy to go claim a new one. Ning wonders if they should just delete this rude trash. But Yama already made his choice, catching Noming off guard. The zombie dude chucks his weapon again. Yomer's like, bro, why the massive kill streak? Maybe he's farming XP to respawn as a human? But as the guy reloads and throws again, Yammer notes that's definitely a glitch. Respawning, without admin approval is a huge ban-worthy offense. But the new mod let these bugs run wild anyway. So, Yammer decides to just rage quit them all and burn every sinner in sight. Bam! He smacks the undead guy with a critical hit, then keeps spamming attacks until the creature gets yeeted into a wall. Yumura cracks his neck, steps on the noob's face, and demands to know why he's grinding kills to reincarnate. He had better spill the tea fast. Yummer keeps kicking the guy's head while asking, but the zombie camps the rubble and tries a sneak attack. Ymir calls bluff, this guy is way too weak to be hoarding that much HP. Probably just a scrub. The zombie grabs a rock and charges. Yamra thinks it's hilarious. But suddenly, a mob spawns from the ground and pins him down, letting the main guy grin while bashing Yamra's head, laughing like a total psycho. Slice. Yamra chops a hand off instantly. Why so quiet now? Not LOL anymore? With that roast, Yamra goes full demon mode, burning the sinner until the whole map catches fire. Yomra hops onto a roof. The moon glows red, totally matching his aesthetic. Y'all gonna listen now? Every zombie turns red and bows to the boss. But Yamra isn't done. Time for the punishment game. First, he reads out the cringe list of crimes. Breaking out, causing drama, and hurting humans? Major fouls. 700 years for the drama, 2000 for the jailbreak. And for hurting humans? That's a 10,000-year timeout. Sentence set, he opens a portal to the correction facility. It looks like a nice green park, which confuses them, but Yammer yells, "Get in, losers. Don't let the pretty graphics fool you." He kicks them through, announcing their job is destroying the biome, ripping up every single green plant by hand. The portal slams shut on a zombie trying to talk back. Denied. Noming asks what the guy was trying to say. Yammer shrugs. Probably I'll work hard, boss. Noming then drops the news that some other zombies escaped earlier. Chase them? Yammer sighs. Why tell me now? Ugh, whatever. Where to? Ning says they went to a map called school. At the school, a lady and some students are stuck in a hallway filled with mobs. Lai Ju, the gravedigger, tells the squad they need a detour as soon as possible. One kid asks if it's game over, but the bratty girl snaps, "Aren't you a pro? Why is this zombie hunter so nerfed?" Other gravediggers have superpowers, but she seems like a total NPC. Ju's like, "No zombie robes yet, but promises to guard him. Quit yapping and chill." Some ghouls spot him on the stairs. Who yells go? And Solus a zombie. It shoves her. Someone opens the door, and she boots it, screaming, "Move it. I'll catch up." But Miss Brat gets grabbed by a slowpoke zombie prepping to feast. Honestly, might save the world some trouble. Ju dives in and takes the bite. Stings like crazy, she kicks it away. "You okay?" Girl slaps her away. "Don't touch me. You nearly killed me. Call yourself a gravedigger?" Ju's annoyed but relieved. She dashes to lock up. Zombies bang on it. A kid whimpers, "It's gonna break." Ju just hopes the builder was a pro, then shoots a flare. "Boss is coming," she says. "Just hang tight." A kid snaps, "Why you laughing? Do something. If us elites die, the country is doomed." Ju blinks. Then the brat sneers, "Useless gravedigger. Almost died. You dummy. My dad's rich and won't like me getting hurt." Suddenly, Yammer pops up. "For rich kids, y'all talk mad trash." Miss Priss snaps, "Who are you? How'd you get in?" He tries, "I'm king of," but thunder drowns him out. He knows it's God. She thinks he's a nutjob. A kid shoves him. "Don't Celio. Do you know her?" Yammer shrugs, "I'm hunting ghouls. Place reeks of blood anyway. Heard you from below, so I hopped up." They laugh. "Chasing corpses?" "Yeah right. Hobo thinks he's tough." "What a joke." Nang asks to end him. Yammer sighs, "Nah, just kids. Blame their folks for raising jerks. When their parents croak, I'll handle their punishment." The kid gets triggered, yelling, "You punk. Don't insult people you don't know." Ju steps in. "Stop." But the kid barks, "Shut it. Not your fight." He slaps her aside, revealing the bite to Yammer. Makes him wonder if she'll last till help comes. She looks familiar, though. But the angry kid interrupts, totally done with. Snaps back to reality, vowing to show him what real fear looks like. His dad's so scary, even the devil himself would be begging for mercy. Hearing Yamra's the big boss of the underworld? Dude just cracks up, tries to stifle the giggles but fails. It's just too rich. Bully demands to know why this loser's laughing so hard. Think you're a comedian? Whatever. You're toast now. Gonna wreck this kid and let daddy fix the mess. Classic move. Noming shouts a warning, but the guy's got selective hearing. Throws a punch, but ouch, his fist literally sizzles on impact. The Jade Emperor tries to step in, but Noming's like, too late, folks. Ju jumps right in front of Yamra and takes the hit, yelling, dodge, dummy. Don't just stand there. Coughing up red stuff, she insists she's got his back anyway. Okay, the bully is totally over this drama. Great, now this jerk is making him look like the bad guy. Uncool. If she wants to play hero, he's gonna school her. Yamra spots a sinner, eyes pop, and his underworld instincts kick in. Kid screams, my hand. Let go or I'll end you. Yamra smirks, ending lives ain't that simple, Junior. Chills. Squeezes the guy's hand till it's purple, then drops it. Kid thinks he's won. Cocky again. Don't care. You're dead meat. Gonna tattle to dad and feed Yamra to the zombies. Bet they won't even eat him cause he's too gross. Yamra sighs. Kid's still running his mouth? Seriously? Talking is useless. This guy's basically brain dead already. Some folks only learn the hard way. Old school style. Grabs a stick, dusts it off. I shall name you. Remind you of anything? He asks, holding it up. Bully's confused, but his buddy goes, Harry Potter's wand? Yamra grins, confirms. Bingo. And immediately whacks the kid's butt with it. Lesson time. Your sentence is a spanking with the wizard stick. Keep swiping with the wood. Kid's howling like a banshee. Noming's jaw drops at his masters. Savage move. Everyone else is staring, totally shook. Yamra's laughing like a total maniac too, which is creepy. Done. Butts tomato red. Learned your lesson yet? Better shape up. From now on, or Harry Potter returns for the sequel. Suddenly, spoiled girl screams. Zombies are stacking up outside. What do we do? She panics. But Ju steps up. Everyone, downstairs. Now. She'll hold him off. Girl argues. Too many monsters down there. Ju insists. They're climbing up. Run while you still can. With that, they start messing with the lock. Ju tells Yamra to bounce. She's got this whole mess handled solo. He's lived ages but never met a girl with this kind of chaotic energy. Why save those creeps when she could just save her own skin? They roasted her, ghosted her, hurt her. They don't deserve clout, yet she's risking it all for them. Wild. Ju bonks him. For a dude, you yapping way too much deep stuff. Zip it and dip. It's getting way too spicy for you here. Yamra's thinking, she is totally random. But since she's here, he won't let her flop for nothing. He tries to flex, but Jade Emperor blocks him. Don't meddle, bro. Go find Telbo. Now. Yamra's mad. Really? Jade guy says, IDC if she drops dead. Hands off, period. Students bail, locking the door. The bruised kid yells, get wrecked, Yamra. Bro shouldn't have laughed at me. Rip you and her. Yamra's done. Tells Noming to handle it. Noming, bet. A zombie lungus at Yamra, but Ju tanks it. She shields him, getting chomped repeatedly. He's totally lost. Why go this hard? Ju claps back. Do I need a reason to be a hero? Yamra wasn't ready for that feels trip. It hits different. Jade Emperor still nagging about Tobo. Dude, where though? Zombies are wild and innocents are dying. And he still tries to block him? Nah. Yamra gets the rules are usually chill, mostly, but this mess is on him. He can't just chill while people suffer. Time to torch the bad vibes and save her. One hit boom, zombies gone. He asks Ju, yo, want a job? Jade Emperor screams stop. But Yama's on mute mode. And tells Ju, pay is huge, plus full bennies, big stacks, unlimited vacay. Retire as a billionaire nepo baby, is basically saying, come work at God's crib. Ju passes out, murmuring, sounds lit. Yamra's shook, she's awake, lays her down. You good, fam? Ju peeps the wound, leaking bad. It's basically game over. Catch you in the sequel, maybe? Yamra ain't having that. No quitting now. He takes his band, glitching reality to yeet her into a chill white void. First one to crash here with a bod, he notes. Anyway, welcome to my custom built underworld. Brand new. Ju say psych right now. The actual underworld? She strolls around. Doesn't feel like a hallucination. And she's healed up. Time to maximize this op. So, can I get the job? BTW. What's her name? Total blank. Yama says, king of the underworld, no biggie, call him Yama. And guess she's curious now. Ju's shook. Standing with the hell boss? Wild. Def not a daily vibe. Yama snaps her out of it, asking her name. She answers. He ties a band on her. Boom, you're like a god. No aging, no grandkids, no dying, just vibes forever. Eternal life. Ju digs the band though. It's cute, but what is it? He wants to say, but the sky turns red. Someone's coming. Better scram. Yama explains, that's a thread of fate, kid. Don't lose it, or you won't survive here. Keep it close. Ju asks, will we split if I lose it? And Yama's like, kinda, you'd get decapitated instantly. She wakes up in real life. Minho's shaking her, freaking out. He's super relieved when she opens her eyes. She was totally out before. Minho yaps, but Ju's zoning. Was that real or a dream? She asks how she got back. She stands. He says her SOS saved him. No casualties, phew. They're just clearing the dead now. Standard stuff. Ju asks about the kids. Minho says, they're good. Hid in a classroom, but they acted weird. Hard to explain. Covered in sticky goo. Like a giant lick. She's shook. Minho admits it's super weird. He talks, but Ju sees the fate band. Yama was real, so it wasn't a dream. Crazy. Thinking what to do, Park walks up. You alive? Ju nods. Park snaps, shut it, only care cause of her powers. Also, she had better be on time TMRW, no excuses. Classic. Ju just nods and takes the L. Minho pats her. Ignore her, she's just stressing. She was actually worried. Raced here when she heard. Ju thinks it's work related. Minho doubts it. Ju gets in a taxi. Minho says, sleep tight. In the cab, Ju's glad the kids are safe. But that band? Lose it, and it's over. Wondering what it is, Noming appears. You're connected to hell. She screams so loud. The car jumps. Driver asks if she's okay. Ju lies, just a bug. Then whispers, who are you, Puffball? Ning says he's Yama's aide. Can normies see you? She asks. Noming says regulars can't, but when Ju tries getting all formal, he's like, stop, major cringe. Just keep it chill, guys. Vibe check done. She asks where Yamra's at. Ning says he's hanging with those students she listed. But if he actually went there himself, it's probably game over for those losers already. Ju recalls Yamra's psycho punishment style, so she tells the driver to spin the block. Double pay if he floors it. At this huge building, Yamra wonders how many seconds till he levels the place. Traps the sinners inside pretty well, so not a total loss. Peeps a dude using the auto door and thinks humans are weirdly fascinating. He walks right at the glass, and some guy tries to yell that he's gonna faceplant, but Yamra just shoves hard, shattering the glass to bits so he can waltz right in. Everyone shook cause the glass was supposed to be unbreakable. Yamra gets why they're all freaking out, but he just wants the bad guys handed over. Everyone scrams, obviously. Except one lady who isn't bothered at all. She actually looks hyped seeing him bring that chaotic energy. Is he really the underworld king? Yamra finally spots her and just stares. But he doesn't stare for long, cause he blinks right in front of her, looking totally confused. Yep, definitely the underworld king. Why the stare down? She asks what's up, and Yamra points like, who are you? She laughs, saying his attitude is still exactly the same. Still terrible with faces, huh? Time for an intro. Name's Biku. She used to crash in the underworld back in the day. Suddenly, some loud voice cuts her off. That dumb kid asking nervous dudes for the goods. They say it's a bad plan. Kid doesn't care, tells him to just do as they're told. Yamra's stoked he found him so fast and gets ready to pounce. But Biku blocks him, asking him to chill before he wrecks the joint. Is smacking him down right now that urgent? Yamra says it's super critical, even if she doesn't get it. Cops and judges here ignore crimes. He knows they're mostly shady. Maybe they think some stuff doesn't matter. But he can't slide on that. Underworld king gotta punish sinners, period. Tons of people got hurt cause of this kid. So Yamra's gonna serve some real justice. Biku's stunned and steps aside. Yamra glitches right in front of the student, who's shook. To see him alive after leaving him on that creepy rooftop. Yamra reminds him he said the trap wouldn't work. He also sees the kid hasn't learned a single thing. So, time for him to get absolutely wrecked again. Biku's confused, but the boy drops to his knees, begging for mercy. Staff called the guards who were slacking off to attack Yamra. Just as the guards are about to get wrecked, Biku waves a hand. Chill, guys. Back off. He's cool. Not a baddie. The goons vanish instantly. Yamra blinks. Asterisk dang, she actually runs this joint? Asterisk. Girl's got serious clout. Respect. But who times is time she? Meanwhile, young master tries to sneak off. Ugh, so annoying. A buff goon blocks the way. Yo. That's President Kang's kid. Yamra shrugs. And, why should I care? The bodyguard facepalms. Dude, Kang-sung Group? The third biggest corp in Korea? His daddy basically owns the economy. Yamra picks his ear. Okay. But why does that matter? The guard snaps, grabbing Yamra to smash him. But nope. Yamra's a statue. Dude is sweating, pushing to knock him over, but Yamra isn't moving an inch. You think a rich daddy makes that brat special? Yamra smirks. Are you actually that dim? The guard gulps. Asterisk, what kind of monster is this guy? Asterisk. Cash isn't power, bro. Quit yapping and go back to your post. Typical. Rich folks think rules don't apply to them. Like pleading affluenza to dodge jail time because they're weak. Lame. Too bad this isn't that kind of party. He's totally clueless. The goon growls, warning him not to get cocky. I've got power too, pal. He hulks out, shredding his shirt. Keep it PG, folks, and activates Iron Fist mode. Now he's got steel skin and double the speed. Putting everything into it, he pushes even harder, sending Yamra flying across the room. Yeet. Thinking he won, Mr. Ego starts flexing for his imaginary fans. Biku sighs, sad. You're a loser times and times an idiot. Might wanna check your 6, genius. Asterisk zap, asterisk Yamra's already behind him. Guess who just messed up? The goon spins around just in time to see a fist heading for his face. Asterisk smack, asterisk, though, the tough guy takes the hit better than expected. How are you alive? The guard gasps. Stay down this time. He throws everything at Yamra, but Yamra dances around him. Why are you dressed for your own funeral, bro? Humans come up with the wildest stuff. Bored now. Kick to the grill, then a spin kick right to the nose. Asterisk bam. Asterisk. Judgment Day has arrived for this chump. Punishment number 1, try surviving times this time's knuckle sandwich. Spoiler, he probably won't. Hello, broken neck. The guard realizes he's totally out of his league. Stats are maxed out. Who is this guy? Definitely not human. The hit plants the goon's head in the dirt. Ostrich style. Biku nods. Classic Yamra. But wait. Is he weaker than usual? Suddenly, he shouts, hey Biku. Why do humans use shrouds? Total taboo. Living folks rocking dead people clothes is a major no-no. Biku's like, chill, bro. It's just armor to keep everyone from getting wrecked. It's been over 20 years since the dead crashed the party. Humans got owned at first. Yammer is all like, wait, can we seriously not scrap without ghost gear? Biku sighs. Dude. Humans are way too squishy for that. Down by the river steps, monsters basically use people as chew toys. And they gotta sprint for hundreds of years or get totally flattened. Some plow fields with heavy stuff that would snap a human like a twig. The nastier the sinner, the more OP they get. Leveling up by being evil, basically. But some ghosts felt guilty and let humans borrow their spooky drip. Boom. That's how humanity finally got the juice to clap back. They become gravediggers and just throw hands with any dead guy they see. But like this dumb bodyguard, some choose to be totally selfish about it. Yamra makes a derp face. Noming explains the shroud was the only option. She better keep it simple since Yamra's brain buffers on long explanations. Biku's super hyped to see him and asks how long it's been. Noming says about 300 years, but Yamra is totally lost. And asks why she's acting all chummy. You sneaking to Earth without a pass? Noming is shook that he doesn't recognize her face, but Bayu admits it's been a hot minute, so maybe that's why. Yammer still doesn't get it. Thinks she's just some random normie human. Seeing the idiot isn't clicking, Biku asks about the girl standing there. Ju introduces herself. Biku's shook a human gravedigger? That's wild. Why's she here? Nam says it's a saga, but basically, they're in the same boat. Biku feels bad for her, but Yamra interrupts like, she's good. She got hired by God. He tells Biku to unmask, maybe get a job too. With that little push, Biku flexes that she's Axis, the 12th honorary sign and Tula's old sidekick. They switch rooms. Biku admits she has no clue why hell turned into a dumpster fire. She just spawned there like she got teleported by a glitch. Yammer asks where Tilbo is. She says nope, which makes him scream. He really thought he'd finally caught that jerk. Biku says sorry, but Yammer's like, it's chill. This is a Tilbo problem. Still, he's scratching his head over how things got this messy. He hasn't confirmed if Tilbo is actually wrecked yet, but this chaos feels staged. If Tilbo planned this, things just got way more complicated. Realizes he's out of the loop, so she's been grinding extra hard to help. She's sure this piece of paper is the cheat sheet he needs. Yer is impressed by her skills. You're a pro. Want a job at the divine office? She says no thanks. She knows even he wouldn't want that boring gig. Biku changes the topic. Where's Ju? Haven't seen her in forever. Emer says she's on a noob mission. Her first one, so it should be quick. Right now, she is literally chasing the young master through the city with a wand. Everyone else is like, what the heck? Yomra handed off the gig, tossing her his funky magic stick, which made her beg him to spare the kid a beating. He just shrugged since the brat almost iced her. She should enjoy the revenge. She caved and asked for the manual. But his boss called, so he speed ran the tutorial. Mission, super basic. Just wave the wand around and scream like a banshee. So she's chasing the guy yelling burn the witch, scaring him half to death. Total cringe fest, though. She gets the pity stares now. Eyes closed in shame, she crashes into someone. It's Park, who instantly starts nagging her about skipping bed rest. She starts blabbering sorries, but Park yanks her close. Save it for later. I need backup, stat. Ju's confused until Creepy McSmile struts past them looking suspect. Park whispers. We gotta take that dude out. Like, now. Ju wants to jump him, but Park says nah, he's too slippery to catch cold. Plan B. Stalk him quietly and wait for him to slip up. He's scanning the area like a cop, but yeah right. Totally fake. Wherever this guy goes. A giant zombie shows up to wreck the place 5 minutes later. Maybe he's a minion, but he's definitely triggering the spawns. Park figures he's clearing the map for something bigger. Uh-oh, the monster spots the student. Park goes full sprint. She's fast, but not instant transmission fast. The beast lands a heavy hit. Luckily, Ju catches the kid mid-air. Soft landing on garbage. Classic. Nice catch. Park shouts, diving into combat mode. No more screw-ups today. This ugly mug is going down. She pops her scholar ability and yeets times the monster with a giant hammer. Get the kid out and call backup. Ju nods but yells, don't die on me. Park screams, go. Knowing she's weak in melee. But the monster just shrugs it off. No time to panic. Just dodge or die. She bobs and weaves, trying to make space. But he wasn't aiming for her, he wanted the weapon. He floats her, rude, and punches, though she bonks him back. 0 damage. That's cheating. Park realizes without the floor, she has no leverage. She's a sitting duck for this creep. Then the zombie goes phantom bat mode and snatches her up. He dribbles her against the walls like a basketball, burying her in the brick. Game over vibes. He winds up to finish her off. Bam! A knee to the gut. Ju crashes the party just in time. Backup coming? Park gasps. Ju nods. Call the guy, he's close. Park freaks. This zombie ain't basic, bro. He's totally got mantles. We need a whole squad of pros to drop him. Yet Ju, total airhead, only buzzed one dude? Seriously? Ju ducks a punch, blocking like a champ. Relax, she grins. We ain't dying, not today, anyway. Park rolls her eyes at the cringe but spots Ju's sick moves. Guess that red gear is the real deal after all. Zombie guy's hurt and totally over their nonsense. He backs off, squats low, and starts circling Ju like a shark. Heads up, ability incoming. Park yells. Asterisk poof, asterisk invisible. Ju's spinning around, trying to spot the ghost, but finds him the hard way. Asterisk wham, asterisk barely blocks a backstab. Looks like he's spamming a hit and run, slapping her then vanishing so she's stuck guessing. Just guessing now. She spins around on a hunch. But nope. He's beside her. Asterisk smack. Asterisk another free hit. Gone again. Ju's totally lost, head spinning. Where is he? Plus, his ear bell is jingling just to mess with her. Rude. Can she even win this? Suddenly, Park screams, 3 o'clock, duck. Ju dodges it perfectly. Zombie dude looks super salty. Hacks? Ju asks. Nope. Park smirks. Scholar ability, baby. I hit him once, so now I've got wall hacks on him forever. I'll be your GPS, Park says. Just trust me, okay? Bet. Ju shuts her eyes tight. Am I fight blind? Park smiles, then realizes wait, what? She snaps. Open your peepers, moron. Who fights blind? Wanna die? Ju says sorry. Lay off the anime, Park sighs. This is in real life PvP, not a movie. Stay frosty, she calls out coordinates like a pro shoutcaster. Ju lands combo after combo. Zombie's just a punching bag. It turns into a total beatdown. Embarrassing really. Some rando, John Mucci, watches. Damn, kids are scary. But since he's the guy who deployed this zombie, he better save him. Waste of talent. Plus, honestly, he really doesn't want his boss yelling at him later. He drops in, "Quit hitting my buddy." Ju glares. "Who dis?" Park pales. "Back off, Ju. That's one of the big bosses. That's disciple John Nucci." He's confused. He looks wimpy, but hey, fame is nice. Anyway, business time. "Can I have my zombie back?" Stealth types are super rare SSR pulls, you know? Dude's asking for a solid. Weird flex. Park hammers his face. "No chatting with zombies." Tells Ju to fall back, cause get this. Zombies are smart, cause Louis attacks mid-sentence. Means some ghouls have high kill counts. Bet they're shook she knew. He roasts her for being weak. Ju yells. He drops her, shocked that she still fights after seeing her pal wrecked. Brave, but he hates tryhards. Uses a tornado to slice Ju into ribbons. Lucci laughs. "Still wanna throw hands? Why simp for that granny? You got a future. Just dip. Humans are lame. Totally selfish. Selfish animals." That's the vibe. He figures she'll run now. But he gets totally triggered. She stays to save the lady instead. He's like, why bother protecting that? Ju ghosts him. He gets salty. Nobody plays hero. It's pointless. Ju's got two things to say. 1. No reason needed. 2. You messed up. Lucci freezes. Too scared to breathe. Hero says he sinned big time. He won't look cause the boss is behind him. Grips his charm tight. Braces himself. Yama checks Ju. She's good, but help Park. Park's fading fast, barely breathing. Yama waves, pulls him into his zone. Tells Ju chill, "I got you." Ju loves her chill boss. Yama thinks. He looked cool, but Noming screams. Yama notes he should start talking nice, not rude. Noming says skip it, focus on this. Yama threatens 500 years of labor. He just watches. Thought he was tough, but nah. Tells Yama he'll pay for clowning. Yama yeets him, says don't waste air. Lucci's fed up. "Thought you forgave me?" Yammer's like, "Bro, what?" Uchi wasn't even the main quest. Saving the victims? Yeah, that was the actual priority. But hey, schedule's clear now. It's go time. They both power up, blasting a storm of red and green sparks. Obvi, Yammer is OP. He shreds Uchi's defense like tissue paper. Uchi stumbles back, but Yammer isn't done playing tag yet. He shoulder checks the dude, who panics and pops his 8 gates move. Yammer chills, letting Uchi think he won as the trap slices in. Then Uchi starts trash talking like, "You're all loud noise and zero skill, bro." Empty inside, he summons a giant sword and goes for the kill shot. He cackles, thinking nobody escapes. Yammer looks totally sealed. He thinks it's good game, but suddenly poof. The magic vanishes. Yammer's like, "Cool trick, complicated. But nah, doesn't apply to me. That's no cloak, fam. That's legit hellfire from the deepest pits. It's the spicy flame that roasts sinners extra crispy. And since this guy's guilty, Yammer's power level just spiked hard. Uchi is shook. Yammer drops some free advice. Don't bite the ground too hard. It's gonna hurt. The nuke launches. Muchi won't quit, spamming that 8 gates seal. He even chucks another sword at it, praying for a miracle. Useless. The attack eats his puny wind spells for breakfast. Dude's literally trying to blow out a volcano with a desk fan. Even if he buys, like, 1 second of time and tries to dip, Yammer is right there to smash his face in. Yammer spams hellfire endlessly. Muchi is so over it, but his stamina is 0. Boom, the fire swallows him whole. Muchi feels like he's about to melt into a puddle of goo. Yammer's surprised the guy isn't ash yet, but then, Noming says it's over since he passed his loot to Tilbo already. Noming votes to yeet this guy into hell and bounce. Since hell runs on a totally different time zone anyway. Yammer totally forgot that option. Noming isn't shocked, but he already warped the civilians to safety, so Yammer can chill. Plus, he snatched the magic staff. Yammer is super stoked. Honestly, Noming is the MVP of henchmen. Noming says, "I have to be smart since you're clueless." Yammer gets mad. While they banter, Muchi tries to sneak away and run while the monster is distracted. Only chance. Gotta warn his boss to avoid this psycho. He's too dangerous. Tough luck. Yammer spots him creeping and squats down like, "Going somewhere, pal?" Uchi swallows his pride and starts begging on his knees. "My bad, big mistake." He prays. Yammer falls for the fake tears. But instead of answering, Yammer just starts telling a throwback story. Boring day. Some lady who lost her kid just marched straight into hell. The big boss asks why, and she's like, "My son didn't make it." King asks, Who's to blame? And she points right at him. You, dude, your war, your famine. You did this. Awkward. Mr. Underworld King already knew the tea. Yeah, he totally started the drama and let people starve. But plot twist, she's the real villain here. He realized all sinners are basically copy-paste. When things go south, they just lie instead of admitting they're terrified. Super annoying. That's exactly why he built the fiery pit for folks like them. Yuchi looks wrecked, thinks for a sec, then starts shaking. Not scared though. Refuses to simp for the king, no matter what. Fires up another wind move. Wind Dragon. But Yama's already dropping the gavel on him. Dude has zero shame and literally no chill. Never felt sorry for anything in his life. So Yama's gonna permanently ban his respawn. Charges his stick, Soul Bonsai, first form let's go. Swish. Splits him in two, game over, permadeath. Nam watches the glitch out, haven't seen that move in ages. Way too much juice though. Yama's staff shatters. Duh, it was just a twig he found on the ground. Still, Gnome is shook that Yama's that OP even without his legendary gear. Pure skill issue for the other guy. All raw power. Job done. Yama says, let's chill. We've been up forever. We earned a break. They crash at Ju's pad. She asks, for real? Just here to relax? He tells her to sit. I'm the boss, but don't sweat it. He sips his drink. Ju says she'll do just that. Cause this isn't awkward at all, right? It's her place, so why be weirded out? Yama plays dumb. Exactly. I always knew you were smart. She knows he's trolling but can't rage quit her job. Suggests he bug Beku instead. She's probably got a mansion. Yama says it's better to crash with a worker. Stranger's house? That's just embarrassing. Ju feels that totally applies to her too, but gives up. Want me to find you a flat? He measures a word as fart and giggles like a toddler. Done with him. I need space. You can't stay here. I'll get you a studio nearby. Yama's clueless about studios, but since he's had similar drama before, he agrees to bounce if she's weirded out. That ought to chill him out, yeah? He stands to bounce but asks, any sinners nearby to roast? Ju knows his vibe is total chaos. Don't even. She shuts him down. He wonders why she's such a buzzkill. Villain's gotta get wrecked, 24/7. Tumu calls him toxic. Ymir vows to be chill, but she calls cap. Dude swears he's soft as a marshmallow. To prove he's lying, she points to a sick granny nearby. Granny littered once and goes to the trash. So, what's the verdict, judge? Boil her alive. Ju screams. They start yelling, totally clueless. The beef gets spicy until they're fighting like toddlers. Gnoming watches, big dad energy. Ju quits. He hands her his half-empty cup. She grabs it. Wait, why's the water neon blue? She asks the source. He thinks she's salty. Naming steps in. We scooped it from that cute indoor well. Ju gags. Yamra's like, indoor wells? Living large. Ju sprints to the loo. Yep, blue water. Straight from the bowl. She nearly passes out. They follow. She explains, that ain't Gatorade, you weirdos. She's lecturing them while perched on the porcelain throne. Yammer dies of cringe. They both collapse. Later, Yammer's in PJs, sobbing over his toilet drink. Ju brings fresh water. Guess I gotta babysit you too. We're at rock bottom, let's just be roomies. Yammer's shook by the invite and acts all shy. But hey, double my allowance, cool? He stares. She looks like that soul who craved humanity. So he jumps up. You got God genes? Ju's like, excuse me? What's that even mean? He pushes it. Gnome sighs, here comes the stupid again. Dude's memory is basically goldfish level. Bro, you sure you aren't mixing her up? Yammer denies it. I sense the god vibes. Gnome gets close. Use your brain cells. You mean Kangrim? This girl is 0% her. Remember her voice? Yammer lies, totes. Silence. He forgot. Gnome ain't even mad. Classic you. Anyway, this is Ju. If we're squad now, learn her name, yeah? She's shocked. Gnome paid attention. Rare W. Guy's a grump, but secretly sweet. Yamra, you sure? Gnome, bruh, it's obvious. Kangram was 10 times cooler than this girl. Totally had main character energy, you know? The second Ju hears that, she flips the bottle and smacks Ning with some instant justice. You could hear the guy screeching from 3 blocks away. Post-dinner, they crash in bed. Yamra's obsessing over his soft blanket like it's the greatest invention ever. Gnoming is totally vibing with him. Definitely beats the crusty accommodations they had back in hell. Yamra admits humans are living the dream these days. He's low-key jealous of the lifestyle. Ju pops up. You guys love Earth that much? They nod. Her cooking alone sealed the deal. Noming seconds that, and the two of them rack their brains trying to recall the dish's name. Ah, yes. Mr. Kim's soup, they decide confidently. Yamra shook. He didn't think humans were savage enough to eat guys like that. Noming gets deep. Tasted like the sweet and salty tears of a dude named Kim. As they rave, Ju's face morphs into horror. It was times kimchi times soup, not actual Mr. Kim. But she's too drained to fix their accidental cannibal misunderstanding. After chatting, Yamra and Noming sync their single shared brain cell and hatch a plan. They jump up to tuck Ju in, figuring she's wiped out from all that cooking. She's super confused by the sudden VIP treatment. Just chill, Yamra insists, playing the benevolent houseguest. Not every day the king of hell tucks you in. Enjoy the flex. They slap a face mask on her and tiptoe toward the fridge, but Ju catches them cold. Touch my meat stash, and you're dead meat. Their faces drop. Busted. She can't believe they were actually gonna rob the fridge. Zero self-control with these demons. Ju stares at the ceiling, replaying the chaos. Met a Hell King. Got yeeted to the underworld twice. Bagged some escapee souls with Park's help. Plus, her injuries magically vanished down there. That sparks a question for Yamra. Does popping into hell fix up a living person's sickness or wounds? Noming nods like, humans get a buff, but Yamra clarifies it's tricky for the dead. Ju starts connecting dots. If she keeps gigging with him, maybe she can visit someone who's already crossed over. Yamra stands up. Why chase ghosts? She whispers, I want to see my parents. She failed to save them back then. The guilt still eats her alive. Noming shuts it down instantly. Nope. You're human, sis. Humans have rules. Before he can crush her hopes, Yamra smacks him upside the head. Lights out, he drops like a sack of potatoes. Why the violence? Ju gasps. Hush, Yamra says, he's just power napping. Let's not disturb his beauty sleep. Ju pokes Noming to check him, but his soul literally starts leaking out. Freak out mode, on. Yamra pivots back to her wish. You said you didn't want to lose anyone else, right? Well, since you've got such a bleeding heart and decent skills, I've got a deal for you. Help me hunt down Tilbo, and I'll arrange that family reunion. Ju freezes. Are you serious? You promise? He nods. No takebacks, she warns. Or I'll storm hell myself. I mean, I live there, so. Yamra shrugs, but she's already tuned him out. Yamra's vibing with Noming's floaty ghost spirit, kinda. Glad she's happy. Reminds him to find Tilbo as soon as possible to keep his word. Meanwhile, a scary dude demands someone repeat themselves. It's Yuchi, bowing deep and admitting his clone got wrecked. Like, his soul got literally shredded. He figured out the enemy move was called Soul Bounce. Since only one guy can pull that off, it's gotta be him. Yamra is back in the game and gunning for them. The big boss, Tilbo, just glares at Yuchi after hearing the tea. Yuchi suggests sending zombies to finish Yamra, but gets cut off. Dude gets blasted into confetti instantly. Tilbo calls him pathetic for dissing the underworld king. Then he summons this guy Gon Wu and tells him to grab the undead army and speed things up. The 12 Zodiacs gotta jump Yamra before he powers up fully. Sword guy Damu is like, consider it done, boss. Next morning, Biku calls Ju super early checking on Yamra. Ju checks and finds him literally barking at a white pup. Supposedly white dogs scare off ghosts or whatever. Biku almost goes deaf from Ju yelling but figures Yamra's chill. Ju says sorry for the noise and asks what's up. Biku's got a mission, so Ju has to skip work and babysit Yamra. Also, there's one more favor needed. His drip is ancient, so they hit the mall for a makeover. He's shocked Biku cared, but gotta admit, this modern gear is super comfy. Human tech is seriously next level. Ju doubts they're at the right spot, but Yamra points to his note. Ju totally forgot Biku gave him that scrap paper. Talk about being cheap with paper. Yamra starts preaching about recycling and saving the planet. Never pegged the devil for a tree hugger. She asks about the paper, and he's like, just a page from the death note. Ju instantly freaks out. The book of life and death. She yells at him for ripping it, but he shrugs it off like nothing. Ju is losing her marbles right now. She worries people will see, but he says humans can't read it. Anyway, the note says they need to hunt a creature here and find some celeb. Ju wants to slap him but asks for a proper explanation first. So Yamra breaks it down, telling her the escaped Zodiacs got day jobs, and this one got hired. He has no clue what that. Biku's like, they're famous, duh. Schedule says they're dropping by. Ju asks about the sign, and Yammer spills the tea. It's the pig. Speaking of, Miss Piggy is basically done puking her guts out. Phone blows up. Manager's screaming, Are you actually brain dead? Shan explicitly said zero food allowed during filming, but she keeps snacking. Is she totally clueless? She's gotta watch her figure. Image is everything, bestie. Da pleads, chill. I flushed it all down the toilet anyway. Sad vibes hit as manager praises the purge. Da thinks, this is for the best. It's the only play she's got right now. Click. Manager hangs up, fuming that Da slipped up again. Zero self-control, literally eating like a pig. Delivery guy asks if he should drop the drip, and manager flips the switch. Oh, CH crew? Table it, thanks. The dude bounces after doing his job, totally spooked by her mood swings. Cringe. Canon guy asks the date, but manager is so over it. That girl never listens. Major headache. We'll be homeless cause of her. Speak up, will ya? Canon claims they're rich while losing a bet. Yo, I'm starving. Let's eat. As they head out, Da blocks M. Canon's bummed she snacked. Da says sorry, and Canon's chill. It's cool, just don't repeat it. Now stay put while we go feast. Da hypes herself up. Can I grab a bite too? Promise I won't eat till camera's cut. Swear. Manager gasps. The audacity. Canon turns. Are you legit a pig? Told you a million times. Skinny looks better on the gram. One meal's generous, honestly. Don't push your luck. Da whines she's dizzy and everyone else got lunch. Canon goes full monkey mode. Oh, so we're the villains? No way. Da cries, but Canon grabs her. Hurts to see you like this. Remember how we met? You were street trash, begging for scraps. I gave you clothes, a pad, food. I made you human. Da sniffles, didn't mean it. Canon sighs, we all mess up, families fight. Totally normal, right? Da beams at the F word. Then they bail. Don't try anything slick. Gone, they mock her. Dumb girl believes anything for family. Da skips in her crusty shoes, hyped on that family love. Suddenly, the vibe shifts. A tall figure steps up, talking. Tragic seeing a zodiac treated like dirt by these plebs. But don't worry. I'm busting her out. Pack your stuff, we're dipping. Tilbo summoned you. It's bad. Da's like huh. So Ivan dumbs it down. Boss wants you. Now, time to jet. Da is totally lost though. Wait, isn't Tobo dead? Why isn't he sliding into her DMs himself? Ivan's like, yeah, he's toast. Zero chill about it. So? Da ain't leaving. She's got a squad now. Can't ditch him. Ivan's shook. You think those humans are actual fam? Da thinks it's a total no-brainer. They took her in when Tubu ghosted her to who knows where. So yeah, that's family right there. Ivan gets salty. Knew she was dense, but this is next level. He grabs her. You call that taking care of you? Check a mirror. You're basically a skeleton. Who's saving who? You're being used, dummy. Wake up, Zodiac. We're the only crew you'll ever have. Daha still isn't budging though. Canon and manager finish grubbing and chat while walking. Enter you. Yo, you the CEO of Schwein? I'm sticking with Canon cause. Well, look at him. He's like, yep, that's me. Ju tries to speak, but Yammer shoves in. Are you a pig? Jewel freaks out cause that's rude, but Yammer is clueless. Valid question though. Dude's face is a grease trap. Gut like a wrecking ball, bald head, total pig vibes. Jumu's apologizing, but Canon's steaming. Kid called him a pig, so he yells, say that to my face again. Manager steps in. He, said you're handsome? They're about to throw hands. Canon lunges. Manager is begging him to chill out. Not prison again. Calm down. We just ate. Good vibes only, remember? Her yapping just made her the new target. In the waiting room, Das stressing, guarding the snacks. They show up. She pops up, ready to talk. Then she spots manager's face. Oh Mang-ji, what happened? She rushes over. Canon shrugs. She asked for it. You hit her? He claims she was playing him. Typical. D is super freaked out. What are they supposed to do now? Canon spots the food. What's this junk? Like he can't see. He stomps on it. All you do is stuff your face. Huh? Like a total pig. Ouch. Hurt, but she still warns him. Run. It's a trap. I can't explain. Just trust me. She calls him dad. Asterisk smack. Asterisk he floors her. No way he's letting some greedy porker call him daddy. Ivan bursts in. Totally hyped he finally has an excuse. Dude has zero chill. Lashing out at everyone like a maniac. And his trash mouth? Seriously needs to get zipped. Permanently. Told Daha already. Weirdos like him don't do the family thing. Grabs his melon head like, bro, what did you expect living like this? Even without Ivan, karma was coming for this loser big time. Tells Daha it's lights out for him. Time to ghost all those worldly cravings. Turns to wreck the girl too, but Ju's got her, asking, now what? Yammer grabs Daha, saying, save the questions, fam. Saving peeps comes first. Ivan asks, what's up? Yammer yells book it, Ju, but she's confused about the hostage. Yammer gives her the death stare, swearing he'll take out the trash himself. Ivan barks to drop the losers, but Yammer's like, nah. Ivan's not asking to catch him, he means bring him here, stat. Yammer's like, why? So you can wreck them like you promised? Ivan snaps and rushes him. Yammer tries to stay frosty because while Ivan's acting all psycho, he's actually peeping for an exit. But why's he still hugging the chunky guy? Stash Daha, and he could actually brawl. Too much collateral damage though. He shakes Daha to wake up while dodging Ivan. Slips the hit, but he's still stuck on what to do. How to fight without wrecking the neighborhood. Ivan knows he'll run, so he forces the issue. No choice now. Chucks a huge rock straight at a mom and kid. Not cool. Yammer's too slow, but Ju's got this. She catches the rock, spins, and crashes into a wall. Ouch. Mom's confused, then everyone's smartwatch blows up. Disaster alert, dead guy detected. GTFO immediately. Mom finally clues in and hushes her kid while calmly dipping out. Ivan's salty he missed cause of the girl, but Yammer saw the threat. Run away, and the normies die. He just wants the Zodiac girl. Yammer's tuning him out though. Stoked the alarm went off, gives him a sec to breathe. Ivan yells, listen, just as. Yammer jumps, baiting Ivan into a mid-air attack he can't dodge. Yammer knows he's stuck, but so is Ivan. He opens a hell portal right underneath him, dragging both down. Yammer blocks the hit easily now. Nam shows up like, hey, isn't that Ivan the Terrible? Guy lived life like a total lightning storm. Dad dumped wife one cause no kids, then snagged a lady who birthed Ivan. The high priest guy? Totally not vibing with that drama. So he hexed the fam, said the kid would be wicked from day one. The country would be swimming in innocent blood. Total grimdark vibes. Just cause Junior loved chaos, the whole nation was gonna get wrecked. Ivan swings at Yammer, who dodges and asks, yo Noming, did he get crazier? Noming nods, mentioning how Ivan even beat his pregnant daughter-in-law. Absolute trash behavior. Ivan whiffs another hit and starts bragging about some ancient murder. The prince cursed him out, and boom, his chill mode broke. Crazy returned. Yammer gets ticked off seeing him cry over his own mess. Cause real baddies don't do tears. Fake news. Noming tries to speak, but Yammer cuts him off like, nah, skip it. Step 1, treat him like every other sinner. Smash him. Hard. Ivan cheap shots him, and Noming yells, rude, let him finish talking. Then he checks if Yammer is actually okay. Yammer grabs him, begging to borrow the cloak to end this clown fast. Noming's like no way and starts slapping him silly. Last time he borrowed it, Yammer caused a total disaster. Yammer whines, don't be stingy, just 1 minute, I swear I'll return it. Noming knows he's a scatterbrain, plus that cloak has a glitch. He tries to explain, but Ivan attacks again, making Noming scream. Dude! Why hit us while we're chatting? So uncivilized. Ivan swings again, barking. Don't drop your guard around enemies. To save them the cringe, Yammer just decks him before he can finish his sentence. Ivan's shook by the speed, tries to talk, but Yammer punches him across the lake. Ivan powers up, wondering what the heck this guy is. Not human, for sure. Only option left? Go full tryhard mode. He charges up with both hands, but Yammer just stands there. Ivan's confused. A huge attack is coming, yet that jerk isn't even flinching. Then it clicks. He opens his mouth, bam. Yammer punches him again. Noming gets it too. Yammer's slapping the guy every time he speaks. His boss really is the king of petty. Ivan flips out, screaming, how dare you play me like this? Yammer warps behind him. Don't know me? Spoilers, you're about to burn, loser. Hellfire. He blasts Ivan. The guy can't block it, but he doesn't fully crisp up. Yammer thinks, deja vu. Just like the Yuchi fight. No juice, no sword, no cloak. Need loot, stat. Anything works. Ivan hits him and finally realizes who the heck this is. It's the big boss of the underworld. Yamra, punishing lightning. He shouts the command and blasts Yamra, making Noming flip out. Dude's packing legit lightning, not just sparks. Ivan rides the momentum, gut punches Yamra, and goes, how's that taste, huh? Gotta feel like he's being microwaved from the inside out. Tough guy or not, eating a raw lightning bolt isn't exactly a chill time. Even Yamra's blinking, like, whoa, for real? Actual lightning? Then he just lolls in Ivan's face cause this basically activates God mode for him. Ivan's shook his target didn't even flinch. Gnoming's like, big oof. Lightning's useless on Yamra, tough break, buddy. Yamra's totally nerfed right now, but Ivan still can't touch him. Ivan rages out and starts spamming attacks like a button masher. But Yamra just vibes, letting the zaps loosen up his stiff muscles. Since Ivan's clueless, Yamra explains, bro, I adapted. Shocks don't work. His toxic ex-boss zapped him so much he just got used to the sizzle. Words are boring, so he decides to give a live demo. He dares the Jade Emperor to hit him with his absolute best shot. But nothing happens, so Yamra calls him a senile boomer, which instantly triggers a rage lightning shower. Back at the mall, Ju finishes her prep work and tells Biku, yo, we're basically good to go here. Biku's hyped, thanking her for the speedrun strats. Ju's like, no biggie. Honestly shocked you got here so fast. Thanks to their hustle, all the normies got out safe. Biku asks if Yamra's fighting the zombie dude, and Ju nods. They drag the beef to the underworld to finish it properly. Biku imagines the mess down there, then asks, did you find the pig? Daha. Ju says yep, but Biku's stressing cause that girl never listens to her career advice. Yes she must have mouths to feed. Ju hears family, remembers the cannibals crap, and goes dark. She snaps, that ain't a family, trust me. She thinks those creeps care, but Yamra's gonna sort 'em out, no sinners allowed. Meanwhile, as the brawl between Yamra and Ivan rages, Cannonball's losing his mind watching. He's feeling lucky that zombie guy tossed him like trash earlier. Otherwise, he'd be extra crispy right now. He yells at Da, who's totally frozen in shock. He grabs her, screaming, where the heck are we? She just whimpers father, which really ticks him off. He's sick of the father thing. Stop pretending we're a family, you pig. Dude absolutely loathes her. Can't even understand her stutter half the time. He warns her to talk or she'll get wrecked like the director. Those freaks are from your world. This is on you. Why am I dragged into this mess? It's all your fault. Get me out of here before I lose my cool completely. Tears flowing, she squeaks father, but Cannonball snaps, shut it. She was never his kid. Not even close. Then times bam asterisk, the Jade Emperor knocks Evan out cold. Since Yama is done dealing with that loser, he shifts his focus to Cannonball. Honestly, he can't wrap his head around the guy's logic. Why is she even putting up with this clown? Cannonball grabs her, swearing he'll snap her neck if anyone moves a muscle. Yama asks the pig what's up. Cannonball thinks he means him. Wrong. He's talking to the girl. She is one of the 12 zodiacs. After all, why let that greasy blob treat her like total garbage? Daha won't even look at him. Just mumbles, been a while. Yama asks what went down. Could use a little backup here, you know? She stays zip-lipped. Cannonball starts panic planning his escape route. He tries to haggle with Yama. Says he'll hand over this useless trash if Yama just lets him walk out the door. She does whatever he says anyway, so he'll just command her to tag along. Yama just needs to back off. Total win-win, right? Suddenly, Evan wakes up, groggy but disgusted by the audacity. Dude just word vomits without a single brain cell engaged. A mere human barking? He vows to shut that filthy trap. That zodiac belongs to Tolbo, period. Cannonball actually has the guts to yell back. Claims she's his property, his ticket out. Evan calls him an idiot living in a fantasy world. While they scream at each other, Daha just shakes and sobs. Gnome cuts in, did you just say Tolbo? Warns him to watch his mouth or get absolutely wrecked. Gnome's Outa flares up as he demands to know if Tolbo sent him. Evan looks clueless. Wait, wasn't this guy just a pet or something? Yama stops him from nuking Evan. Focus on the mission, bro. Gnome realizes he messed up. My bad, got carried away. Yama crouches. Tells Cannonball, back up, I'm chatting with Daha. Cannonball refuses to budge unless he goes free, but Yama grabs him. One more peep and I rip your tongue out. Hang you upside down and decorate hell with your insides. Guy wets his pants instantly. Yama tosses him aside like a used tissue. He asks Daha, what's the deal with the family obsession? She says hell has no families. Humans looked happy, so she got jealous. She figured if she had a family, she'd be happy. Turns out, total miscalculation. She's done with family, never again. Yama asks softly, wanna reincarnate as my fam? Daha's stunned, for real? Yama nods. Hold hands, reincarnate together, boom real family. Beats your current life, doesn't it? Daha cries harder. Is that really okay? Yama grins. Totally. But we got a pinky swear on it. He gets up, offers a hand, and she is totally down for it. She pulls him into a massive hug, super thankful. Yamra squeezes back. We got each other's backs now. Suddenly, Daha glows red. Yamra's heart sinks up, new form alert. Noming didn't think she'd open up like that. Forget Tilbo, her destiny is officially linked with Yamra now. Ivan stares until Cannonball crawls over. You need Daha? Get me out of here, and she is yours, bro. Ivan's ready to smash him, but Noming goes, chill, wait. Yamra's gonna handle his fate soon enough. Dark flames erupt, and Ivan finally recalls what Till said. End the Zodiacs before Yamra powers up. Oops, epic fail. Bond sealed, Daha steps out looking totally fierce. She's rocking a red dress, officially Yamra's top minion now. Ivan senses the energy and gets why Tilbo was so scared. Panicking, he thinks, do something, and charges up one last shot. Thinking YOLO, he rushes in fast, ready to end it. Noming laughs. Fool. You don't get how sidekicks work. Dai and Yamra are soulbound. She's got his divine vibes. Yamra scores big time. A mantle so OP, just seeing it makes you regret being born. Its real power is Chenya, basically an all-eating void. Ivan finally realizes who he's been trying to fight. The real Yamra. No wonder Tilbo said, don't mess with him. He knows he's about to roast in hell forever. After Ivan gets gobbled up, Yamra calls Noming, who bows instantly. That snack was one of Tilbo's goons, he explains. I'm gonna shred him a bit before tossing him downstairs. But first, get the tea on Tilbo's secret plot. Noming nods. On it, boss. Getting info is kinda my specialty, you know? Yamra turns to Cannonball. Sorry for the wait. Your turn. Just sit there and be a good little quiet boy. He grabs his head, and the guy screams, let me talk to Daha. I just need one word with her. Please. Yamra tosses him over, and he starts groveling at her feet. I was too mean. I know. It was gonna get bad. He's begging hard. I swear, no more hitting or trash talk. Just spare my pathetic life, please. Yamra asks her call. Daha sighs. I forgive him. He fed me. He asks if she's sure. She nods. Yeah, you're forgiven. Cannonball looks at Yamra. She said it's cool, so I can go? Yamra's look says, lol, absolutely not. He grabs him. Bro, you really don't get it, do you? Dude's grinning just cause he got a pass? Cannonball thinks sorry is a discount coupon for pain. Yamra's like, bro, the victim forgiving you doesn't magically delete the trauma. That nasty stuff he did? It's tattooed on their brains forever. If saying my bad actually erased crimes, bullies would just crush wimps and expect a free pass every time. Too bad for him. This judge ain't playing by human rules. He might not know everything, but zero sins are sliding past him today. Asterisk wham, asterisk, he face plants the guy. Newsflash, the Punisher never forgets. Time for the verdict, sucker. Since his tongue cuts like a knife, he's gonna climb Spike Mountain. No hands allowed. After that, we'll use his insides as party streamers. Rest in pieces, Cannonball. Everyone's gonna forget you in like 3 minutes tops. Yamra pops back to reality. Ju's been chilling there, waiting for him. Took you long enough, she says. Everything cool with Daha? Yamra looks totally drained. Yeah, handled it. Ju checks his vibe and asks what's up with a gloomy face. He admits smashing bad guys actually drains his battery pretty hard. So she hands him a fish pastry she snagged. Here. Taste okay? Where'd you get this? They exit the mall. Shop's right there. Piku gave her a break, so she grabs snacks knowing he'd be starving. Yamra watches her bouncing happily. Down the street. Good work today. Let's call it a night. He wolfs down the pastry and starts skipping too, digging the simple life. Back at Biku's HQ, her assistant goes, yo, we got zombie signals in 5 spots nationwide. Biku gets it. That's exactly where the 12 Zodiacs are hiding out. Def not random, but she's wondering about that mall drama report. Assistant says they haven't verified everything, but looks like the dead dude was one of Tulbo's goons. And Tulbo's out collecting 12 Zodiacs like cards. Biku's confused. Why use force? Those guys used to work for him, yet he's going full brute mode on them. Timing checks out. The dead got rowdy the second Yamra showed up. Tulbo must have felt the pressure and started building a squad for a big plan. Suddenly, stuff looking like super bright stars light up above. Biku's baffled, then it clicks. That jerk played us, she growls. He knew we'd catch on and stop chasing him after that slip up. She scribbles a note, get this to Yamra, as soon as possible. He nods, but time she pins him to the wall. One more job. She whispers. Secrets in his ear while shadowy figures creep closer. She shoves him off. This is top priority, got it? Your life depends on it. She pushes the guy out. It's our only shot. Dude stares her down. You know the drill. Pack your bags. Talova's calling the shots. Everyone's invited. Biku stalls hard, asking why Tualobo's rounding up the Zodiac squad so fast. What's his endgame here? Doesn't add up. The guy wasn't this intense before. Janwoo ain't chatting. Smacks Biwoo 3 times with his hilt. Bam, she's floored. Tells his goons to bag her, while the assistant just stands there, totally clueless. Bad luck. Janwoo spots him. We got snitches in here? Assistant legs it. Minion asks, we chasing? Nah, waste of energy. He orders one of the ghouls to pop a portal. Gotta catch the other Zodiacs. Portal's up, crew moves out, monk-looking dead guy asks for a hall pass. Redhead zombie chimes in. At it again? You really love messing with humans, huh? Monk plays innocent, harsh. Totally not me. But Jemu gives the green light. One rule though. Run into Yamra? Don't even think about throwing hands. Redhead says, call me if it gets wild. Monk grins, duh, obviously. Next morning, Yamra and Ju bust a door down. Got a rude wake-up call for a case. Ju says sorry, but Yamra's just cranky about the hour. Ju spills the tea. Undertaker HQ got raided by Shrouded Dead. Whole place is on lockdown. Cabby waves him over, peels out the second they're in. Ju's like, get us close to the danger zone. Helps Yamra buckle up like a kid. Yamra asks, aren't we the hunters? How'd we get wrecked? Ju sighs. It ain't that simple, bro. Remember that chat with Biku? Yamra nods. Humans are squishy compared to dead folks, right? Bingo, Ju says. 21 years back, zombies popped up. Undertakers became official Ghostbusters. She tries to go deep, but sees his blank stare. Recalls Noming's tip. If he looks dumb, talk to him like a toddler. She pauses, then dumbs it down perfectly. Undertakers are basically ghost cops. We protect peeps from ghouls and get paid tax money. A pro can solo 3 dead guys, but only the basic mobs. The super sinful ones who roamed hell longer? Need special gear to beat 'em. Simple math. Dead beat humans. Shrouded humans beat dead. But Shrouded Dead? Next level. You know this, right? Those boss monsters are called Chunja. Yamra buys the story, but they gotta bounce. They pull up to HQ, but it's totally trash, just dust and rubble. Yamra's like, chill, doesn't matter if they're zombies or Chunja. Just bag 'em and tag 'em, easy peasy. Noming pops out from his torture sesh, warning, yo, not that simple. Ju spots blood on his mug. You good? Noming grins, not mine. Yamra asks if he got the tea from Ivan. Noming shrugs, tried playing nice, but dude just cried, new zilch. Turns out the guy was clueless, except his minions are squatting up with Tilbo now. Ju beams, sweet. Maybe we can recruit him? But one look at Yamra's sour face shuts her up fast. How many? He barks. Noming sighs, dunno. Ivan was useless. Yamra groans. Great, this just got way harder. Pray it's not Janwoo or Bulgo, or we are seriously screwed. Some creeper hides behind a rock, itching to jump him for a snack. Yamra tells Ju, ping HQ, tell him backup's coming in hot. We're taking the shortcut, he adds. And blasting every spook we see straight back to Hades. OBC news flashes. Depressed patients just mass exited the psych ward. This crazy nationwide. Things viral cause they're all year of the pig babies. Let's vibe check with Prof Kim Tong. Yeah, this is the start of some wild new trend. He nods. The Zodiac splits peeps into 12 animals, like rats and pigs. Goes from rat at number 1 to pig at the end. Born a rat? You're a rat? Rooster? You? Crow. Simple math. Sounds like mythology, but weird stuff is popping off everywhere. Folks born in the year of the pig are super sad, while sheep peeps are getting all holy. Crime is blowing up too. Mostly murders by snake ear folks. Big yikes. We're studying it, but something's definitely messing with heads. Thanks, Prof. The reporter pivots. Next story. Last night, zombies raided the Undertakers. Total carnage. Over to Park to Who Live. Park says the ghouls are still wilding. Suited Undertakers are trying their best, but these zombies are weirdly organized. Chunja are swarming, making cleanup a total nightmare. I'm stuck in a shelter, scared stiff, waiting for backup. If those things bust the barrier, it's game over for us. Just then, massive jinx, the wall crumbles and the horde floods in. Baldy's up front dropping prayers like a mixtape, promising a total bloodbath. Sad vibes only. Being alive must suck right now. Then he asks who we're stashing, but nobody catches his drift. Monk lets the zombs go wild, so our squad pops their shields. Boss yells to move the injured while the crew holds the line. Everyone flexes their powers, flatlining any creep getting too close. We saved a few and wrecked a bunch, but we're totally losing this. Boss sees we're toast and is fresh out of ideas. Then boom, hype. Some guy yells, "Backup's here." Boss is stoked and asks how many. Dude says, just 2. Boss thinks, 200? Sweet, we're saved. But dude's face screams nope, so boss thinks, okay, 20 works. When the guy looks ready to cry, boss realizes it's just 2 people. We're cooked. The monk pops up, behind him like, bad timing, bro. Even the gods ghosted you. Boss takes one look at this zombie, and knows he's outclassed. His life, totally pwned. Monk goes deep, from 0 you came, to 0 you go. Life's a glitch. Dying without a point, that's a huge L. Boss stays quiet, so the monk's like, chill, fam. Just chatting. You know we bagged Biku, right? Boss asks, why? Monk shrugs, old news, doesn't matter. Last night we grabbed her, and she started yapping. Random nonsense, boring old stories nobody asked for. She used to be Tulbo's big brain, but with that IQ, she wouldn't just ramble. She was stalling for some weird kid to bolt. We knew something was sus. Checked everywhere. Nada. Bet he's hiding here though. Boss says spit it out. Monk grins. He points at the kids and the injured crew. Target's gotta be there. Just let me take a peek. If I don't find him, I swear, I'll take my zombies and dip. Trying to sound legit, the dead guy claims, I used to be a monk. I respect life, swear. So I won't hurt a fly. Just hand over the hider. Your call. Open up or get absolutely wrecked. Boss looks at his beat up squad and the wounded. Biku's sidekick is shaking in the corner. Can't believe they tracked him. These guys have 0 chill. They won't quit, and he's trapped. Time to decide. He can't let everyone get clapped because of him. But Biku gave him one job, a super important one. If he's caught, she died for nothing. Suddenly, Ju taps his shoulder, relax. The boss's brain is frying from. Forced to pick a lane, his vibe gets checked, and he's totally defenseless. Boom, another Reaper drops in, shouting, don't listen to that clown. Dude preaches about life's value, but honestly? He smells like a walking crime scene. Can't get cold feet now, especially since this creep is loving the drama. The monk stares for a sec before going full mask off mode. He's leaving empty-handed, minus the world of hurt coming his way. Reaper braces for the L, but black fire roasts the monk's hand. He knows that heat anywhere. There's only one dude who throws fire that eats everything. King Yamra, finally blessing us with his face. Back in his prime running the underworld. One of his 12 minions was this psycho monk, new. As a human, he raided a tiger's den after the beast mauled a rookie monk. Totally losing it, he ripped those tigers to shreds like wet paper. He became this massive legend with insane fighting moves, ditching every single monk rule in the book. Looking at him with pure cringe, never thought he'd actually join Team Tilbo. Yomra asks what's up, and news like, wow, look at you glowing up. Retirement life treating you pretty sweet, huh? Yomra ghosts him, so new compliments the fit and asks how he tracked him down. Yomra gets twitchy at the shade, but new claims he's just trolling, happy to see an old pal. A little banter fits, though he didn't expect Yomra to have a new sidekick. Bet dealing with her has been a total nightmare, right? Hate how casual this dirtbag acts around the boss, but new says it's only fair since they're basically arch nemesis now. Just curious though, can't you just let me slide and pretend this never happened? Yamra shuts that down. He's gonna rip him apart and dunk him in hell. I'll drag every secret out of you there, however long it takes. New smiles, glad to see the guy hasn't changed a bit since the old days, but warns he's the one taking the W today. Total lunatic. Does he seriously think he can step to Yomra right now? New gets it, but hits him with his classic motto, won't know till you try. Then he inhales deep and screams at the top of his lungs for all the goons to hear. The big bad king of the underworld just crashed the party to steal our shine. If we let him level up, he's gonna be a massive wall for Boss Tilbo. He's nerfed right now, so this is our only shot to end him. Operation Take Down Yomra starts now. He slams his staff, spawning hundreds of mobs, and tells Yomra if he bites the dust today, he hopes to respawn in paradise. Everyone powers up their auras, and Yomra gets ready to brawl. First up, he tells Ju to get the civvies out before this place turns into a mosh pit. Ju argues there's too many enemies, so she's staying to back him up. Yomra grabs her shoulder. Even if she's not fighting, she's got other quests to handle. That's exactly why she's gotta go do what she was told and clear out the humans. Ju gives him a worried look but snaps into sidekick mode, yelling for everyone to follow her lead. Yamra pings Noming to back her up, and she's on it instantly. Nu waves his staff, asking if Yamra's crazy enough to solo this raid. Yamra just grins. That cracks Nu up big time. Still a show-off, he thinks, slamming his staff down and sicking the Chunja squad on him. D asks if she should power up, but Yamra's like nah fam, cause her splash damage is huge and might fry the civilians. Plus, she looks terrifying. He tells her to chill in the underworld until he calls. The monster mob rushes him, aiming straight for Yamra's dome, but he ducks and kicks up a dust storm to blind them, slipping behind to dropkick 2 of them into the afterlife. One shot. The others try to jump him while he's busy, going for the neck. He has to shuffle, but Yamra keeps his cool, armpits a guy's hand to stab his buddy, then wrecks him too. He backs off toward a wide path, spamming karmic fire to freeze the crowd. But the heat hits Nu, who is just like, ugh, this fire trick is super annoying. He thinks Yamra's getting cocky though. He buffs his staff and drops a special move. Share the sin, Black Cord Rakshasa. Sounds edgy. A bead fills with liquid, and Yamra realizes his fire spam is officially nerfed against him. Time for plan B. A goon tries a backstab, but dude is moving in slow motion. Yamra goes to just yeet him out of the way. Except glitch. Left arm's frozen. He has to improvise fast. Not gonna lie, that was hairy. Totally forgot Nu's cheat code. Nu paralyzes his own body parts to lag Yamra's matching parts. Twisted. Yamra knows this hack is super obnoxious, but no time to rage quit incoming from below. 3 more dive bomb him. If this drags on, he'll be a statue. Gotta wrap this up before he's fully bricked. He sidesteps the mob, brainstorming a counter for this curse. Lucky break incoming. He drops a sword-wielding baddie and goes, ooh, shiny new toy. While Ju herds the crowd, she peeks back, worrying if he's gonna make it. Noming's like, chill out, Yamra might be dumb as a bag of hammers, smell like mothballs, and be a slob. But fighting? He's a beast. If you're stressed, go see him. Ju admits she wanted to stay, but she knows she'd just be dead weight, even if he was nice about it. Noming says he probably didn't mean it like that, but Ju waves it off. It's cool. No power peeps like me are useless anyway. Suddenly, Biku's helper pops up asking for Yamra with some news. Ju catches him up and says, unless the sky's falling, wait. A monster spawns behind him and the dude screams, yeah, it's that urgent. The beast winds up for a kill shot, so Ju sprints like crazy to grab the assistant. She yanks them clear just in time, but now she's a sitting duck for the hit. Squeezing her eyes shut, she braces for the pain train. Boom. Dust everywhere. Instead of a slash, a loud bang rings out, blocked. Turns out, the assistant dude actually popped a magic shield to save their skins. You good? He asks. Ju nods, totally shook that he's a mantle user. Sorry for hiding it, he says. Boss Biku made me zip my lip. He's a funeral guy and plot twist he's the dog Zodiac, same as Biku. Real name's Bakosu. The barrier fizzles out fast since he's completely out of juice. Ju tries to help, but Noming's like, back off, I've got questions. He walks up to Osu. Sorry to be rude, but I've literally never seen your face before, bro. You a real Zodiac? Osu gasps, finally realizing it's Noming. Makes sense you don't know me, he wheezes. Before he can spill the tea, the beast attacks. Shield up, again, he manages to blurt out that he's the newbie who took Yammer's spot. Then times the shield shatters into bits. Ju yanks him back. Hey. You still with us? Osu's mortified. I'm so weak. Noming can't believe a Zodiac is this flimsy. Dude is hacking up blood just from blocking. We're all like this, Osu admits. Physically, we're basically human. Since falling to earth, Tilbo cut us off. Can't even use our mantles. Noming is absolutely floored. To think Tilbo ghosted them all? That jerk has zero chill. But wait, if they're drained, where did the mojo go? Yamra tells Ju, I can feel Tilbo's power pumping through my veins. Did he really dump the Zodiacs? Seriously, what is his deal? Ridiculous, Yamra growls. Last chance, kneel and quit. Since you were loyal, I'll punish you so hard you'll beg to die. Ju blinks. Is he trying to talk him down? Nope, that is definitely not Yamra's vibe. He's toasted either way, so spill it. Yamra is itching to brawl. Ju gets annoyed, then laughs. This guy doesn't do forgiveness. He never has, and that just hypes her up more. Yamra is going down, right here, right now. Targeting the blind spot, he curses his eye and herds the beast. Even with the handicap, Yamra hacks away, casually tossing his sword mid-fight. He rushes in to body slam the rest of the creepers. One sneaks up behind? Nope. He flame yanks the sword back skewered. While the blade flies, he slices up another zombie-looking dude. Snags the hilt, spins like a top, and wrecks everything nearby. Kicks the blade up as bait, then blasts a squad with flames. Just then, a beast tries to jump him from the back. Bad move. Yamra sensed it miles away and diced that fool into confetti. Bro keeps abusing sword momentum to dodge attacks like a glitch, then wrecking dudes the second his blade returns. Talk about OP. News jaw hits the floor, watching the tuna squad get deleted one by the Underworld King. Ju glances back, but Noming's like, eyes front. You got drama here too. This tuna goes full aggro, making it impossible for Ju to guess the next move. She's dodging on pure vibes now. Kinda works. Running and plotting, she spots the enemy camping way up high. Big issue? How to clap back from here? Osu asks for the plan. Noming says, freeze. Do nothing. Osu's confused cause Ju can't solo a zombie. Noming agrees, dead things bite. Waiting for her main character awakening or what? Nah, Noming smirks. Just don't wanna help. Why waste energy? Dude hates humans, and she's totally at the bottom of his list. Osu gasps at the shade. But Noming keeps roasting. I only do what Yamra wants. That's the gig. Everything else? Irrelevant. We aren't besties. Just chill, we'll sort it out later. If she croaks, we'll just say we lagged out. Osu gets salty. You seriously letting her get wrecked? Noming shrugs. Actually, he'd love to see her go. One less noob to carry, right? Osu starts arguing, but the tuna targets him, forcing Ju to tank the hit. Osu forgot the zombie existed, and now Ju's taking damage. Tuna didn't think she'd be dumb enough to actually shield that guy. But before he can gloat, the boss jumps in. Sag, the hit barely scratched him. Landing, he tells Osu, I'll stall. Patched you up, stat. Osu panics, you okay? Why'd you pull that crazy move? Ju sighs, I got 0 powers. Meat shield is all I got. Go join the evac team. Others need help more. I'm too weak, Osu cries. Noming just watches, eating popcorn metaphorically. Total jerk move, 0 empathy. Ju smiles, protecting people? That's real strength, dude, so go save them. You got this. Osu blinks at Noming, finally getting the vibe. Gripping her shoulder, he says she beats any god, but tells her to borrow this item. Noming is just an advisor. Yamra said help, so mission accepted. Quest complete. Ju watches in horror as Yamra steps up. She knew he was buff, but this? Insane. Mountain moving power. He served him for 2,600 years. That's ages, yet he never saw the boss go full beast mode until now. Figures, right? He's the emo underworld king, throwing shade from his high horse. One peep or twitch, and y'all are hitting the dirt. She used to wonder why ghosts ghosted him. Now? Totally gets it. Around him, everyone just face planted in pure cringe. Cause if you peeked? Chop chop, bye bye head. Still, he's giggling like a maniac. Yamra's lost. His squad got wiped, yet he's actually lolling? Ju realizes this is totally bonkers. He's cracking up. Some dude grabbing a crusty blade is a threat? Sounds like hacks to me. Yamra wants him to simp and beg. Ju's like, nah, fam. Dumps the cape. Says, your cheap parlor tricks are done. He's betting it all on his gains and his god tier buff now. Ymer clocks that hell is popping open, that blue glow gives it away. Nu poses up and drops the black cord hell vibe. Ju's shook she got a cape, but Osu yells, wear it, as soon as possible. She's clueless. Osu explains Noming is totally useless RN. He'll wait, till she's dirt nap material. The cape's a tank, so use it. Yu tells him to take a chill pill. She doubts Noming would be that savage. She's gonna ask him herself, thinks he and Osu just got beef. But Naman starts whistling Sue's style. Ju's like, wait, FER? Osu claims he's too squishy to help. So suit up, girl. Just then, something yeets past him, and busts a gnarly hole in the wall. It's the boss. He says, my bad, I failed, then passes out cold. KO'd. Chanja says even if they're cooked, they can't dip. He actually digs brave peeps. The self-sacrificing types? He's gonna wreck her even harder for that. He chucks spikes right at the boss man. So Ju snags the cape, jumps in, and tanks the whole combo. Plus, the sky glows up as the gear syncs with her. Noming realizes that fit is called suction. He figured it'd look cute, but she's totally rocking it. One of the King's 8 custom hells is the Black Cord Zone. It's where shady assassins and peeps with twisted vibes go to get tied up forever. Used to be basic jail, now, a hangout spot for Tilbo and Nu. Tilbo's power totally remixed it. So Nu's got admin rights now. He tells Yumra, listen up. When you get fragged, scream loud, K? He spams chords. Yumra dodges but feels the weight. Tulo's modding the server here. Seeing Yumra can still hang, Nu decides to jump into the mosh pit himself. Yamra barely parries the strike, but Nu just busts a gut laughing, claiming that Rusty Blade is totally washed. He attempts to tank the hit, but Nu rides the momentum, using those freaky chords to smack him face first into the dirt. The guy figures he has him beat on raw strength and god level swag, basically winning in every category that matters. Yamra eats dirt again while Mew taunts him, asking if he is enjoying the crushing hug of those black ropes. Out of nowhere, Yamra switches gears, dropping lines in full-on boss mode. This joint was a legit prison for bad guys, but it got turned into a tacky mess. Worse yet, some lackey is running wild here, and he is absolutely not cool with that. He is reclaiming this slice of the underworld, since Mew clearly ain't cut out to run it. The Chunja freaks out seeing his enemy suddenly rock a mantle, but figures it changes zilch since she is still just a squishy human. He rushes her again, betting she cannot tank his mojo with a purely defensive shield. Ju deflects the heat with insane accuracy, barely lifting a finger, leaving the whole squad including Chunja shook. Noming asks Hosu if he was hiding these skills, but the dude is legitimately clueless. It is literally the first time he is witnessing this sorcery. Noming calls him a moron. How do you not know the specs of your own gear? Hosu clarifies his trick is just making a shield, and triggering it is as simple as making a fist. But tweaking the individual parts like she is doing? That is a whole different ballgame. It is like she is micromanaging every single nerve required to clench a hand. While he is geeking out, the Chunja jumps him, but Ju instantly bubbles him up, apologizing for the lag. She is still calibrating her reflexes to the controls. Hosu is starry-eyed at her skills, asking Noming if this girl is actually from Earth. The Chunja, triggered by the disrespect, spams countless strikes at Ju, but she weaves through them like a pro and counters with a nasty hit. She is just stoked to finally pull her weight for the team. No more carrying. She is standing on her own 2 feet. Flashback time. She remembers her boss asking if her memory was still foggy. Ju admitted she was blank, but flipped the script, asking why her boss looked so bummed. The boss sighed, admitting the job was dragging her down. She loathed the higher-ups and jokingly mused about wrecking headquarters. That is when Ju clocked her, making the boss realize the kid had hands, while asking what the heck that was for. She saw Ju's intense, cat-like glare and asked what line she crossed. Ju pointed out that with her rank, crazy threats might actually happen, so she needs to chill. The superior got the message, then pivoted, telling Ju to call her auntie when they were off the clock. But Ju was too shy back then, which totally bummed the lady out. Calling kids these days hopeless, she got Ju to promise she would say it eventually. Her boss also begged her to stay safe on the mission, terrified of seeing her injured. Back in the fight, Ju traps the Chunja, recalling Yamra's offer. If she racked up enough wins, he would let her meet whoever she wanted, which meant she could finally reunite with her boss. She powers up, ready for doom. And then? Zip. Nada. Ju dashes in, but Chuna's like, hole up, we gotta talk. He tries to back up, hits a wall, literally. Trapped. He turns bam, face kick, then 1,000 more hits, falling star style. Ju wraps it up with a smash, bouncing him off a building. Total face plant. Out cold. Ju lands. Huh, thought that'd be harder. Nu didn't expect Yama to clap back like that. 300 years retired? Why's he even meddling? Act your age, Gramps. Go take a dirt nap. He swings wild, but Yama's cape just shoves him off. Nu needs crazy strength to break. He pushes the cape, but Yama roasts him from behind. Nu spins and blocks, but leaves a gap. Yama sideswipes him. Nu's still got juice and tries to smoosh Yama. Nope. That cape nearly eats him alive. He burns serious energy escaping the cape and busts out the black cord sledgehammer combo. Spinning it, he tells Yama, you're washed up, bro. Your sword skills are dusty. No red cape, no god clout, no minions left. You got nothing. Glory days are done. Bye bye. Yama slashes. Nu gloats at 0 damage. Then his arm falls off. Yama noticed something sus about him. He'll tank face hits, but panics over fire attacks. The cords handle heat, but his zombie body? It'd get cooked. So Yama injected fire directly. Nu bunched the cord's big mistake. He mixed that Dahai Tanya cape skill with soul bonsai. He's doing it again. The pressure is insane. When Yama finally unleashes the blast, Nu knows he's toast but shields up anyway. But it just shreds through everything and basically deletes him. Yama smiles at that golden era is over comment. Walks to the leftovers. Maybe you're right, I really have gotten soft. Nu's like, you monster. But says it isn't over. Yama's shocked he quit. Wait, where's your legs? Time to spill the tea on Tebow's plan. Nu laughs. You know why Tebow let the Zodiacs loose? Yama didn't expect a reason, but he's listening. Nu thinks Yama is just a gavel-banging bot. But bro's about to learn life isn't just black and white. That whole sinning loop? The 12 Zodiacs are the real MVPs there. They're the tour guides for doomed souls. Ever wonder why sinners are such simps down under? Yama's like, Obvi, it's because of the Zodiacs. Rat peeps obey the rat boss. Simple math. Tebow totally exploited that glitch. He wanted to patch humanity's toxic nature by deleting free will. Plan, make Zodiacs the ultimate puppet masters. That was the vibe. Yama calls Major Cap. Why would the squad even listen to him? Nu spills, find a bestie, then brainwash him 24/7. If they try to act tough or snitch, yeet them. Sacrifice time, no hard feelings. Nu smirks, wanna know how to expose humanity's cringe side? Take a wild guess. Zodiacs visit Earth, get fake smiles. Total scam. Humans use them for clout and hurt them. Trauma is the best teacher, right? Da flops. Wait, for real? Is that why we're nerfed? Yama's like, chill, sis. He's totally lying. Villains always yap like that to escape. Da vibes again and dips. Nu starts cackling. Joke's on you, this is exactly what Tebow wanted. Humans are trash by default. Zodiacs will see the light, join Tebow, and cancel freedom. Yama grabs Nu's hair. Game over, judgment time. Nu nods. Yama sighs. You guys messed with Earth way too long. Spilled blood for zero clout. You're done with Tebow. Nu is actually hyped about it. He's so overacting like the main character. Being fancy is exhausting. Delete me, fam, I'm ready. Yama smirks. Nah, different fate for you. You're a monk. Skipping rebirth is kinda off-brand. So, I'm doing you a solid. You keep memories. As a worm. 1,000,000 times. Nu realizes he's cooked. Starts screaming at Yama. My bad. I swear I won't do it again. I'll be an angel. Pinky promise. Yama ignores the noise. Just thinks of Ju's fit check. To him, humanity's like infinite boba tea. Slaps every time. Yama heads back to the real world. Ju sees him and goes, whoa, rough day at the office. He plays it cool though, like, just another Tuesday busting ghosts. Ning pops up, asking if he just robbed the bank of hell or something. Yamra's like, nah, that's the plan for after I take out the trash. Big question though, yo Osu, why are you here? You want stuff, huh? Osu drops a quick bow to the boss and passes over the note from Biku. Yu spots the fancy holy paper. Yup, Biku's scheming again. But Yamra just wants the juicy details inside. Later that night, this dude Kim hops online to troll some forums. Classic catfishing. It's basically his favorite hobby. He gets a kick out of owning noobs for being dumb. Thirsty, he scans his nasty room. Spots a bottle. But it's too far. Lazy mode, on. He drinks the instant noodle broth. It counts as hydration, right? Mid-sip, Yamra spawns behind him. Good soup? Kim does a massive spit take. Yo. You robbing me, bro? Joke's on you, I got zero loot to steal in this dump. Ju walks in, scolding Yamra. Quit breaking and entering, weirdo. Seriously, do you know how creepy that is? Yamra shrugs. Door was unlocked. Basically a welcome mat. While they bicker, Kim squints at Yamra. Wait. Underworld King? Yamra knew he'd click. Kim literally throws himself at Yamra's feet, sobbing like a baby. Life's too hard. I got a scam to eat. Cleaning is too much effort. Punish me, don't punish me, I don't even care anymore. Just take me back downstairs. Suddenly, ding dong. It's a zombie. His buddy goes, why ring? Red guy says, we aren't savages, dude. Gotta have some manners. Especially since we don't know the king's vibe yet. Blue guy rolls his eyes. We're snatching a Zodiac, not ordering pizza. Red claps back, even with kidnapping, we stay chill, no violence, okay? First impressions are everything, bro. Blue looks confused. Dude, we are literally corpses. Who cares? Red ignores him to greet the Zodiac, but oops, Yamra opens the door. Kim's losing it, begging, please don't beat me. I'm innocent. It hurts. Ju tries to chill him out, but he won't quit screaming. She realizes Osu was spot on. He said the rat would be weird. Zodiacs have zero social skills. That's why most of them are doing worse than die. They'd literally rather starve than get a job and talk to humans. Staff called for backup, so he sped through the explanation. I got work, So, good luck with that hot mess. Looking around, Ju realizes Osu wasn't lying. The place is a literal dumpster, trash everywhere. Crusty takeout boxes on the floor. Sink? Never touched it. This dude's been totally solo with zero backup. Red Corpse doesn't clock Yamura, thinks he's the rat and tries to act cool. Guy claims he knows Yamura's had a rough ride in human society. Totally friendless and basically living in pure torture. But hey, lucky you, the mighty Lord Tilbo is back in town. Yamura side-eyes this dude trying to butter him up. Weird vibes. Usually, the undead reek of blood. This guy? 0 cent. Corpse dude admits rounding up the 12 zodiacs was a total flop. Said sorry for the delay, but they gotta bounce right now. Yamura stays put. Do I get to see Tobo if I tag along? Maybe, but it's tricky. And call him Lord Tobo, or people get mad. While Yamura chews on that info, Ju pops in, telling him to come check out the mess inside. It's gross. Then she zippets, spotting the two stiffs right there. Blue asks, "What's up? You're staring a hole through me, girl." Yamura realizes he can't sniff any blood on them either. Memes they're built different. Now he actually wants to chat. Ju knows that vibe. She's actually met these creeps before. Flashback to her first gig. She was a nervous wreck. Auntie told her to chill out. Said it'd be a piece of cake. Ju spiraled, but this bald dude said her looks would save us. Auntie immediately started roasting him for that one. Teased him for the flirting, and he got super salty about it. She kept yapping, twisting words until he stormed off, tomato-faced. Ju asked why she loves trolling people so much. Auntie shrugged. Not my fault, I'm a total chick magnet. Bored of her own dating drama, she's focusing on Ju now. The mission? Talk some sense into these neutral undead guys. Walking in, Ju noted they were basically recruiting corpses. Getting them to join the Fangs of the East squad. She'd seen stuff by then, so this seemed pretty easy. Plus, it was Class C. Hostile zombie chance? Near zero. When they finally tracked down the targets, Red and Blue were chilling there with some mystery dude. Red was telling Mystery Guy that staying neutral is totally lame. Join Team Tilbo, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Ju blinked. Didn't expect a whole zombie party in there. Red ignored the intruders and kept running his mouth, trying to sell the Mystery Guy on unimaginable power. Only cost one thing. But Blue kept nagging, annoying Red. He told them to wait their damn turn and zip it. Guess he had no choice but to deal with the pests now. That's when he blasted flames, roasting the whole area. Yamura finally got the scent issue. Fire burned it all away. There wasn't a drop of blood left to smell. Red blades Ju's neck. Zero respect. Back off my guy, kid. Yodra snatches him by the collar and roasts him for being a hypocrite, since he's bullying his own minion the exact same way. Red starts sweating buckets feeling that rage. And clicks that the rat is meant to be shy, but this dude has zero chill. So, not the rat. Meaning he's totally useless to them. Red whips up a giant light orb with his blade, nuking the whole zone with hot fire. He hollers at Blue to get set for a brawl, but Blue's busy vibing on Ju cause her hopeless face is kinda his jam. She's way too cool to ignore, but hey, no need for her to panic. She should just chill and see he's not gonna hurt her. Never too late to drop the attitude, yeah? Yamura yells run, so she bails, but that just hypes Blue up since he loves a good chase. Ju bolts to Rat's room to grab him, but finds an open window and an empty vibe. Did he book it? Or get snatched? Doesn't matter now. Gotta help Yamura first, find him later. But one thought freezes her. Rat is terrified of peeps, so if he's out there, things could get ugly fast. Blue can't believe he found such a tasty snack. With her all emotional, he's gonna savor this slow. Too bad Yamura shows up to hopefully blast his head clean off. They barely dodged the boom that would have definitely ended them. Now Red knows who this dude is, only one guy rocks those black flames. Blue says let's just grab Rat and dip, cause Yamura is bad news. But Red just wonders how far they ran. Blue's confused, but Red tells him to snap to it. Blue says since Rat's still weak, he's only about 600 meters out. Red screams to pop the portal open like right now. No time. Blue yells back that they're far enough to lose Yamura. But Red tells him to check the horizon. Yamura's been tailing them since the start. He knows he could be there already. Dude is just trolling them with fear. Blue gets it and asks where to bounce to. When Red says far away, Yamura jumps in and wrecks the floor under him. They manage to dodge the blast. Red can't believe they tried fighting that beast. One look and he knows they're toast. Meanwhile, Ju runs around screaming for Rat, wondering how to spot him, then clicks on what the Zodiacs all share. Everyone has an instinct, like Osu shielding his bot or whatever. If that's true, Rat's gotta have a vibe too. She remembers Red saying Rat is a total chicken, so he must be hiding out somewhere. Lucky break, first alley she checks, there he is. She creeps up saying she's been searching. Rat starts chucking mud at her, yelling to back off, but she doesn't quit and explains she rolls with Yamra, so he doesn't need to freak out. Rat buys it for a second, then flips, demanding Yamra show up or he's glued to the spot. She tries the Yamra's busy fighting zombies excuse, but he screams, liar, liar. Classic humans. They actually get a kick out of lying. Everyone said trust saves lives, but that was total garbage. They'd snake their own besties without blinking. Zero chill. Tears start flowing as he remembers that nightmare prison camp. 7 freaking years to break out. Does she have a clue how long that feels? 7 years on repeat. Same miserable trash, different day. He pelts her with dirt. Humans suck. I want Yammer or I'm staying put. Ju watches the meltdown, flashing back to a chat with her auntie about how she once charmed some impossible guy into helping. She asked why bother, cause the dude acted like a wild beast. While shopping for supplies, her aunt admitted she totally blanked on how she pulled it off. She waved a container around, nagging that the seal had to be tight. But Ju shrugged, whatever, anything works. Auntie got serious. First solo trip, kid. You gotta choose smart. And since your cooking is tragic, at least learn to make kimchi. Promised to slide her the secret recipe later. Auntie caught Ju's face and asked, what's with the look? Ju mumbled thanks. Auntie grinned, you're a drama queen, but I got you. She fixed it back then like Ju is now with a simple bear hug. Back at base, Osu's crunching numbers on the body count. And the insane bill for all the smashed buildings. Lucky for him, Bu's apparently psychic, half the paperwork's done. Is she a wizard? Nang calls her a beast, then mocks his fancy talk. Whatever. They gotta chat anyway. Osu eyes him, debating if he should spill the tea to Yamra. About ditching Ju? Noming sighs. Dude, just spit it out. Like Bayu didn't see this mess coming from a mile away. Osu's skeptical, but Naming insists she's scary smart. Even getting caught was planned. She definitely had a master plan when she pinged Osu solo. Gotta be linked to that old drama, right? What a baby. Osu snaps, who you calling a baby? Namen sighs again. Just calling it like I see it, man. Thinking back, he probably should have handled that guy differently. Can't trust him? Trust Bayu. She's the boss lady, not some idiot. Osu nods. Alright, watch my 6 from here on out. He recalls the big mission and tells Noming that next week, he's confronting the snitch face to face. Yamra keeps chucking fireballs at Red and Blue, while Red screams they gotta hit the meetup spot or get toasted. Blue yells that the portal needs 10 seconds to boot up. So Red draws his blades, praying he can stall. Knowing Yamra's OP, he goes supernova, turning into a spirit of pure flame. Juiced up on power, he yeets himself forward, stabbing Yamra while Blue struggles to open the exit. Black fire almost cooks him, and Red's like, my bad, dude, missed the block. Now, he swears he won't mess up Blue's flow anymore. Red's hits just bounce off Yamra, so he decides to stand his ground and tank it. Works fine until a cheap shot from below nearly deletes him. Saved by the sword, literally. Yamra peeps the blade. Nice gear you got there, kid. Red claps back, blessed by Tilba, we ain't getting scratched. Yamra smirks. Cool sword, but is your body that durable? Red's running on fumes. He just hopes Blue hurries up. Clock's ticking. Blue dumps every ounce of mana into the portal. 6 seconds. Red tries to match the heat, but gets shut down. 5 seconds. Yamra goes berserk, spamming attacks that nearly end Red. 4 seconds remaining. Red goes full tryhard mode to block, lighting up the place like fireworks. 3 seconds. Portal's almost up, so Red chucks one last mega fireball. 2 seconds left. Red thinks it's good game and bails. 1 second left. Suddenly, he gets jumped from behind and dragged straight to hell. Red panics, knowing Yamra's gonna roast him for being such a noob again. 0 seconds. Blue turns around, Red's gone. Major facepalm. Blue has to dip, but Yamra dives in just as the doors slam shut. Yamra wonders if there's another hangout besides the Zodiacs. Guess he'll find out. Cleo shows him around, and he spots some weird-looking zombies. Not the usual purple, beat-up ones he's used to seeing. Is it the kill count? He asks. Cleo nods. More bodies, different look. Yamra asks exactly how many she's dropped. Get cozy with me first, she teases. Then I'll tell. While she lectures on runes, he interrupts. Where's the rest? Where's Biku? She rolls her eyes. Still obsessing over her? Seriously? What a simp. I'll show you later, but brace yourself, it's gonna be wild. She dumps him in a room. Chill here, I'm grabbing bath stuff. Finally, some downtime. Yamra FaceTimes hell. Daha picks up, Boss, it's complicated. Nam is literally smashing his head on a wall because he can't get a signal to Yamra. Totally ghosted. Ozu's like, for real? And Nam confirms the hell rules are broken. Minions are supposed to have free roaming rights. If he's stuck, he's either boxed in or someone OP is controlling him. Probably the second one. Yamra likely wandered into Tulbo's turf. That's why they can't ping him. Total dead zone. Like someone walled him off with concrete. Ju pops up with Rat. Yo, any tea on Yamra? Nang's like, nah, but trust the process. It's our only play. He tells Osu to round up the soups. Maybe their mojo can bust the barrier. Clock's ticking now. Yamra is in deep trouble. Meanwhile, Yamra is just chilling in the tub with Daha. She's stressing, but he's all, relax, nobody suspects a thing. Clothes on, he catches a weird noise. Ruckus next door. Time to snoop. Sniffs the air. Yup, smells like blood nearby. He barges in on Cleo. Looked for you, but you ghosted me, she snarks. So I got the party started early. Wanted to save the fun for you, but oh well. Hope you like my little show anyway. Like seeing a zodiac bleed? And nice try hiding the underworld king vibe. Like I wouldn't spot that? She grabs him but recoils fast. Dude is radiating heat. No burns? Wow, this guy is hiding major power levels. Yamra hisses, zip it. Right now. One more word and I delete this whole place. Cleo shuts her trap. The scary vibes were off the charts. Yamra squats by Bayu. Hey, look at me. She looks up, face messed up, asking how he found her. Thank God you're awake. I'm busting you out. Cleo grabs him. Stop, you'll ruin the plan. Yamra points a finger right at her face, charging up a hell blast to vaporize her instantly. Bayu jumps in. Don't. She's on the squad. Bayu grabs a towel, wipes her face. Boom. Just makeup. Yamra's triggered. Why the fake news? I was scared. Just being smart. Bayu smirks. Yamra is salty. Cleo fixes her face while Bayu explains the con. We fake it, guards relax, we bail. Was the nap fake too? Asks Yamra. Nope. Work wrecked her. That sleep was legit refreshing. Bayu hugs a shaking Cleo. Good job, girl. Bayu's like, sorry about him. He's usually chill, but gets explosive when mad. Yamra ignores the shade. So, escape plan? Cleo says, I'll scam the portal guard into opening the door. Yamra is still giving her major side eye. Trust issues. But Bayu says, we go way back. Cleo is solid. Plus, she's actually a big shot boss here. They scheme, but Yamra goes, I'm not coming. Bayu knew it. He's heading straight for Tulbo. Right to the source of the drama. That's Yamra's vibe. Why wait? Time to crash the party big time. Bayu's like, chill, aren't you still relearning how to swing a sword? Yamra just tells her to relax. King of Hell isn't just a nickname. Suddenly, a spook yells, Yo Cleo, big trouble. Cleo waves Yamra over and tells Biku to keep acting the part. Biku drops a bomb, I'm bouncing in a week. Don't die till then. Yamra smirks, claiming he'll fix the mess by then, so she can chill. They bounce to check the noise. Bayu wonders what Yamra's cooking up. She decides to trust the dude. Kings usually deliver the goods. Plans rolling smooth. Zero glitches so far. Down under, Red and Blue are trapped. Red's losing his marbles over the shame. Blue snaps at him to zip it. Cause he's thinking. Red keeps yapping, if Yamra's gone, can we dip? But the door's stubborn. Why won't it budge? Blue's like. Maybe, but honestly, he's totally stumped on ideas. You need crazy juice to open this. Like Yamra level stats. He's way too weak right now. Then, boom, the door creaks open. Red starts to hype Blue up, but Blue's like, dude, wasn't me. Red guesses Tulbo. Blue sighs, he doesn't even know we exist. Red shrugs. Who cares? As long as the exit opens up. In real life, news channels are still obsessing over the Rampart. Zombie army trashing the HQ, it's totally gonna tank their rep, but things are kinda chilling out now. Osu kills the TV. Sick of the same old reruns. He asks Ju, is this actually doing anything? Checking every agent's stats to catch a rat feels super useless. He feels he should be saving lives. Ju smirks. You and Bayu a thing or what? Osu flinches hard. No way. Never happening. He tries to play cool. Ju laughs. Dude, you're transparent. We're all worried, but you're low-key freaking out, right? Osu caves. Fine. Just don't tell her. Ju nods. She's not just teasing. Love drama is serious business to her. Osu's shook he got caught so easily, but, since she's cool, he steps out to breathe. He spots Rat and Numbing spacing out. Why aren't you guys working? Noming just keeps counting and waves Osu over. Yo, you gotta see this. Osu's confused. What? Just a crowd downstairs. Look closer, Noming says. Too many people squatting there. 351 people just crouching for no reason. Noming senses some dark vibes in. The vibes got super weird, like total doom mode. Then boom, a portal rips open right above him. In hell, the rift looked glitchy. Red was like, yo, Blue, why's it cracking? Blue shrugged. Just knew the opener had Yamra level juice. Then, creepy screams started leaking out. They got close, and times yoink times a hand dragged him in. That big dude Cleo beefed with earlier? Got back and found his crib totally toasted. Asked a corpse sup? Guy pointed to Snake's room, warning him. Big guy didn't chill. Kicked the door in. Snake asks, got my fruit, bro? He let out a savage scream while he yelled, look at this mess. Snake goes, chill out, man. I just had a light snack, no biggie. Still hungry though. Gonna feast hard soon. Dude guessed the menu. Snake asks, what's your deal? Never seen a corpse mukbang before? Guy gagged at that grossness. Why are you like this? Then he spotted Red and Blue, sweating buckets and sobbing. Mad? He yelled, y'all snitched that fast? Snake stood up. Don't ground them. They're just my BBQ chefs. I saved them, so they owe me. Typical 12 Zodiac drama. Playing humans like puppets. Cities went nuts, mostly the Snake sign peeps. Acting glitchy and fighting everyone. Jew asked if Snake joined Tulbo. Noming said, nah. Killabo's not a killer, just a sinner deleter. This mess? Totally some idiot's idea. Before he could say safe, she hung up. Why now, with Yamra gone? Then he saw something freaky up top. A wiggling green snake made him freeze up. At base 2, Cleo tried to handle the chaos. Told Yamra to hide, but he sensed the weird vibe. While Tilo got the updates, he looked away, realizing a huge threat was inbound. For real, the snake started crashing that realm too. Yamra said, watch Biku, I got this. The mega snake was trashing realms, but its head stayed home under a puke green sky. Snake rode the beast, super close to winning. He'd already snacked on 9,000 souls. Just 1,000 left to change the